Okay, so this is Austin pitching. Ryan, have him go back to just playing catch like throwing. We'll have him throw a couple of pitches at the end. Just play normal catch, Austin. So the one thing that jumps right out at me with him, and he's got arm strength, and actually arm works fairly well as far as from the side. I'll show that angle in a second. But from this angle here, you'll see two things about him right away that catch my eye. Number one, he doesn't get his left shoulder. As far as throwing a ball efficiency, remember, our arms were not built to throw a baseball. So every little thing we can do to make the arm work correctly and take the stress off the arm, give it the least amount of stress as possible, will help. So one thing he does is he does not get his throwing shoulder, or his glove shoulder, excuse me, in his case his left shoulder, he does not get that fully turned towards Ryan. When he was pitching from a stretch, so naturally he did. But he opens up early, and you'll watch another thing. Not only does his left shoulder not close to point at Ryan, but secondly, he's stepping not at his target, but to the left of his target. And again, it's slight, but every little bit helps right now, and especially when I hear he's got some arm pain, we want the rest of the body to work in harmony so that we enhance the velocity, location, distance instead of other throws, but most importantly to watch out for an arm injury or making the arm even more sore than it is right now. So two things from this angle. Watch, he's stepping out towards the left, and he is not closing his glove shoulder so to the point where he's pointing to his target. Throw a couple of pitches now, bud. Just from this angle, we'll watch him pitch. Now see right now when he sets up in a stress position, which by the way is a good thing to teach him. I'm glad he's not throwing full wind up. So now his left shoulder is pointing to Ryan, but the first thing that happened is it opened up right away. So we just want that to kind of stay a little more close so that and I'm going to guess he's going to hit like that too, but we'll see when he actually hits. And from the side, you'll see that he's a rusher. I'll explain that when I film it from the side. Okay, so now we're going to watch Andrew from the side, and his arm actually, it separates from the glove quite well. He achieves extension and back. He's looking at me because he knows he's on camera. Now he's looking at his catch it where he should. I really like the arm action back there. It's actually borderline exceptional for his age. He takes it back, his hand stays on top, his elbows, his shoulder height when he throws through the ball. That all works fairly well. So we're going to work on the other body parts right now. His elbow's slightly low. If you look at his elbow height as it is at the point of release, it's just slightly below his shoulder height, so we could raise that up a little bit. Let's watch that once more. If you're watching this, you can pause it or slow motion it. Not bad. It's close to shoulder height, but I'd like to see it maybe an inch or two above shoulder height, just to, again, take some of the stress off the arm. So back to the body parts. We talked about his left side going open and his step going towards the left versus his target. And the second thing is when he pitches and also when he throws, he's a rusher. And when I say rusher, I don't mean he's got some hurry up, crazy fast motion. What I'm saying is he's spending his body parts, his trunk, his legs, and then it's all arm the rest of the way. And again, that's putting undue stress on it, as well as far as the productivity in the game, less velocity, less accuracy, less distance, etc. So watch here, when he comes up, when he raises that left knee of his, he's raising it as he's going forward. That wasn't actually that bad that time, but his other throws tend to, let's watch him as he separates. You want to raise the knee and explode towards home once that knee has reached its highest point. He raises it as his body's going home. If I told him to stop, he would not be able to stop. And you should be able to come to a pause. That way, the body leads the party home. The knee gets up to the highest point, wherever it's going to be, and then everything goes home together, again, to work in harmony with the arm. There's a lot of arm in his throws, and I think that may be part of why he's got some arm pain sometimes. Let me just try to see. Austin, I'm going to tell you to stop at some point, okay? I might or I might not, but if I say stop, I want you to come to a stop. Okay, go ahead, buddy. Stop. Okay, and you'll see what happened there. Now, this isn't a drastic thing. Again, these three things I've pointed out, the two with the shoulder going out, the stepping to the left, and this here rushing business, none of these are major concerns like, oh my God, let's have a whole rebuild. But all three are small things. But in pitching, mechanics are everything. Mechanics set you free. And when they're this age, mechanics are correctable. We don't want them throwing this way and having to unlearn these 12, 13, 14 because it won't happen, okay? So you just saw there when I told him to stop, he couldn't because his body had already kind of committed to the catcher. So that's what I'm working on, okay? You can do that drill with him. You can stand beside him and say stop and see if he can come to a stop. Then the trunk, the arm, and the wrist all sort of work in better harmony.